Well. Hello, everyone. Tommy Tepper Show. Just a short show here today. Yeah, I didn't forget. Actually, I did forget, but I got reminded. So we'll be doing that today. Just a short little stream here. Just kind of watching the goings on of what's happening around the world. And yeah, as the title says, Canada is basically... we're in bad shape. It's not good out here. We're getting roasted over by the states. We're getting tariffed over. We're into a tariff war. We're talking about shutting off electricity to the states. Yeah, the world was in a state of Trump turmoil, basically. Oh my God, what's going to happen now? I don't know. You know, you've got these tough, I'm the tough guy type politicians, you know, that think that they're better than somebody else, and if somebody does something to them, then they're gonna, you know, hit back, fight back. But you know what? You don't do that to Trump. You shouldn't do that to Trump. Hang on, let me adjust one thing here. If I can get this set up. Here it is. Get this back down a little bit. My audio is a little bit too hot, so I'll just back it off just a little bit. There we go. That's good there. And yeah, how's everyone doing there today? Quack, good to see you in there. Who else is in there? We got Red Mama, I see. We've got JFK, John Pohl, Mouth of the South. I saw your post there, Mouth of the South. I shared it over onto Canadian News Now, Facebook group that I run, Canadian News Now. I shared your post over there, Mouth of the South. I see that you guys are in your industry there of automotive parts are being hit by the tariffs, and you're laying people off. You're seeing layoffs happen there already. Mouth of the South is seeing that in Ontario in the car parts industry. Colette, hey, good to see you. I'm just on here for just a really short stream here because I have to take off. So, yeah, I won't be here that long. Red Mama, hey, big ups. Nice to see you. 51st state. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll be loved. Yeah. Okay, JFK. I love Trump. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I did. I do. I still like Trump. I won't ever not like Trump. I don't think, because as a politician, I think he's trying to do what is best for the United States. So I can't fault him on that. But it's hurting us here in Canada, you know, because, you know, it's just the thing that he's doing. He's putting up tariffs, and the tariffs are against China, against Canada, against Mexico, against a lot of countries. And yeah, so then we're fighting back with our own tariffs. I know that we put up tariffs there of 25% on electricity, at least Ford has in Ontario. And then Trump heard wind of that, and holy shit, he raised the tariff on steel and aluminum from 25% up to 50%. He doubled it. He said he would do that, and he did do that, you know. So, you know, foolish us for trying to hit him back with that 25% tariff, which I thought was a stupid idea in the beginning. I knew that the tariffs were coming. I knew that what you need to do is you don't fight tariffs with tariffs. It's like fighting fire with fire. You need to fight the fire with water, with a hose. So us hosers up here in Canada are too stupid to use the hose to fight the fire. In other words, you need to negotiate with Trump. You don't just fight him back. If he hits you with fire, you're hitting back tariff for tariff. That's not the way to do it. You have to sit down and say, look, we know that you mean business with the tariffs. Let's talk this thing out. But our stupid prime minister, Pierre's government, doesn't allow Pierre, who should actually be running this country, to even look out for us or to speak for us. Hey, Scaler, thanks a lot for subbing up. Appreciate that. Big ups to you. And we're in just basically a shit show here right now with politicians tit for tat fighting with each other. And it's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. Rubik's, thanks a lot for subbing. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely a tit for tat situation that we're in here right now, and I don't know if it's going to be solved in a short period of time. Yeah, JFK says congratulations, Trump tards. Yeah, you get what you pay for. He's American. He's doing what he wants to do. The markets, yeah, the stock markets. Well, Money Outsider. Hey, good to see you. Oh, our outsides. Hey, big to see you there, Money. Yeah, well, the stock markets are another story there too, which, there, in my own opinion, was that the stock markets were built up way too high. They were like in a kind of a bubble. They were, like way higher than they should have been. And the stock markets needed to have a correction, really, honestly. They did. And if you saw what was happening, the big money, the institutions, they pulled their money out of the stock market like a few weeks ago in preparation for everything that's happening here right now. So you've got the big bubble on the stock market. You have Trump coming down with his tariffs. So then you have a complete storm, right? A complete storm, which it's not just Trump and his actions that are affecting the stock markets, but it's just the fact that the stock market was overblown to begin with. So then you've got this giant correction that's happening right now. By the way, the one safe place where the institutionals apparently put their money is in Apple. Apple is like the one stock that is kind of like it weathers almost everything. But even Apple is down there a little bit there today. Check Apple Start, but you'll see that it definitely has weathered a lot better than a lot of the other stocks, like Tesla. Tesla, they're out vandalizing cars on the street, spray painting them, scratching them. People are pissed off all over the place. They're putting different stickers on their Teslas now to make them look like, Nissans and Toyotas and Fords and all the rest of it. It's funnier than hell. And, the retribution there is, it's not good, not good. It's, as far as Elon and his company, a lot, basically getting involved in politics has really hurt his corporation. It's getting involved with Trump. In fact, Tesla's hurting so bad that today Trump is going to buy a Tesla. Go figure. I wonder what kind of a Tesla he's going to buy. Hey, I might even do a video in front of the Tesla dealership there today. So look out for that video to be coming up. By the way, I've got the project that I have on the go, the so-called homeless shelter. You guys, if you've been following my channel a little bit there, you know that homeless shelter project that I've been working on. And we finally have a finished prototype of the homeless shelter. Let me just show you that here right away. I'll just come up with a little video of it so that you can see what that thing actually looks like. Hang on here. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Actually, some other people have actually... I put a picture of it on the internet on Facebook, and then these guys have come up with, making fun of it. So let me just show you that little photo here first, and then I'll show you the video that I made of it here. Well, actually, I'll show you the video first here. Hang on. Let me get down to it here. Hang on a second. We'll find it here. Again, I'm not really prepared to do anything here today other than the fact that we are doing something.
Fairly big wheels here. Those are...
Okay, hang on here. We'll just bring this back a little bit here. And let me find that window 2. Bring that little Chrome. Okay, right there. And here we go. Okay, so this is it. This is what the final project looks like of the human shelter, the homeless human shelter, as I call it. I really don't have a name for it yet, other than the internet has dubbed it the doghouse. And let me just show you a little bit of the video that I took of the doghouse here.
Hey everyone, this is it. This is the mobile human shelter. And as you can see, it's got fairly big wheels here. Those are air tires on this baby. It's got solid ones in the back. We've got right in here, we've got a window, getting a lot of reflection off of. Got some air holes up on top. It's painted with fireproof paint on the inside. And inside, it's got quite a bit of space. You can actually have 2 people inside there. And it's got a locking door here. It's got a latch on this side. And when you're not at home, you can put your lock on there. It's got a peg in there where you can hook a rope onto it and pull it if you needed to. Front wheels are, they rotate around like a shopping cart. And the back wheels are or they look to me to be about a 10-inch wheel. This is a pretty expensive unit here. This is like Human Shelter 1.0. 1.0. This is 1.0 as far as the plan. And this has already been modified like extensively. You guys will be seeing what future versions of it look like. This is a pretty big one. It's pretty heavy, but one person could move this. If you had a rope on there, you could pull it around or hook it on a bike, but it's pretty heavy. But anyways, this is designed for 2 people. Next version will be for 1 person, but yeah, this is it.
Okay, so that's it. I told you that I'd show you the project. Now we're going to be keeping tab of that project. Now I'm going to be basically finding out. We're gonna gift. Well, I don't know what's going to happen yet. I haven't really decided yet. I might even bring this prototype and bring it over right in front of City Hall and do a video with it in front of City Hall. That's one idea that I have. Do I really need the exposure? Not me personally, but the project itself needs some exposure, and it needs to be shown that we have to produce stuff like that in order to keep the homeless safe in the wintertime. We have to do something, and the reason that I actually did this is because I saw a lady who had just gotten out of the hospital with frostbitten fingers, right, with the things on her fingers from the hospital, the bandages and that, lying down on the cold frozen sidewalk, and it was like 15 below zero, and nowhere to go. And that's outside of where there's a shelter, because they don't let them into the shelter, whatever, in the daytime. So they all have to find a place or something to do during the daytime. So it's pathetic what's going on. So that's my project, and it has come to fruition. We have 1 prototype. Now, this is not exactly what it's going to look like, because what the end product looks like now, because it's gone through about 2 or 3 different changes. And like I said, it's gone from a two-person unit, which is very heavy, to another one that is a 1-person one, which is a more lightweight model that we've actually produced. So there's actually a second one, like version 2, and then there's version 3. So those ones are still in production, so I won't be able to show those to you yet. Right now, I'm the one that's kind of behind this whole thing, and I'm the one that's funding it, other than from donations from you, which I've been using the donations from the channel to help to fund this project here. So I appreciate that people have been helping out in that regard. I haven't really been pushing the thing, and I think what I might end up doing is starting a GoFundMe or something like that in order to really make this thing move, to be able to actually make more of them. But I wanted to, first of all, just get the project going with 1 prototype, with at least 1. And this is not the one. So I'll show you different versions of it as it's getting a little bit better and smaller and more lighter and that sort of thing. But anyways, it is an actual product, and it is an actual thing. And yeah, I was kind of behind it. I won't be doing any more Trump impersonations on how great Trump is. Yeah. Yeah, Mo. Well, hey, I'm an interesting character here, right? Because that I'm a Canadian, and how much I was pushing for Trump to become president. And you know what? I still think that he's the best thing since sliced bread for the United States. I just wish that, I support Trump. I like Trump. I understand what he's all about. And all I can say is, at this moment in time, I wish I lived in the United States, because you guys are going to benefit so much from what Trump is doing there that you won't believe it. And for those of you that are pissed off because the stock market is falling in the States, well, that's temporary. That's temporary. You guys were due for a correction anyways, and you think, oh, well, the world is collapsing just because you see the stock market dropping. Yeah, well, these things happen. But just wait, because what Trump is doing is short-term pain for long-term gain. Fry, good to see you in there. We got Fry TV in there. We got Lion Roars in there. Big ups to everyone. Mater 97. Deb's Crazy Daily. Wow, too many people in here, popping in here. ABD in there. Good to see you. Brett Boyle. We don't need to negotiate anything. Brett says Trump can remove his head from his rear end and start paying Canada and Canadians a heck of a lot more for respect, appreciation, and for our oil, which the States has been getting at hey, Trump talks about billions and billions. Yeah, well, we've been sending you guys really cheap, under market value oil for billions in discounts over the years. Oh, ever since we've been sending you guys oil, we've been sending you guys discounted oil. Why? Because we don't have any other place that we can sell our oil, right? Because we're so stupid that Trudeau says no more pipelines, no pipelines. You can't have pipelines to send your oil to the coast. Well, we do have one pipeline, but that pipeline supplies oil to a Vancouver refinery and a refinery in the States. So, and a little bit of it is shipped overseas, a little bit, very, very little. But the pipeline is not big enough to do some big shipments to overseas. So we're like stuck to selling our oil to the States at a deep discount. Okay, and that's the way it works. Trump session. Hey, can we read Trump's True Social post about Canada this morning, please? He basically declared Canada dead. Yeah, well, I know. Well, unfortunately, my stream here is extremely short. I just came on here just to bitch a little bit, and you guys are in the chat there. You can read the chat and whatever. And I'm going to just say I will be on here a little bit later. I'm going to go out for a little meeting here right now. A little luncheon meeting is what I'm having. I'm going to basically have a bit of fun, but I will be back after my meeting, and then we will be able to entertain a little bit more of a show and post those things that Trump has said, and maybe even have a bit of a panel about what's going on. Not even talking about Mr. Ant with his ankle bracelet. Oh, wow. Isn't he? If you end up with an ankle bracelet on, well, then you've done something wrong, and you better look in the mirror and face reality that you're doing shit that's wrong, that's ending up with you having to wear an ankle bracelet so that the government can track your every footstep. It's like you can't make that up. But it's just like anybody. You could be the worst person in the world, and you're going to get people that are going to rally around you and send you hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to bail you out of jail because your followers love seeing you get arrested, seeing you get swatted, and seeing you thrown in jail. They love it. You're the best entertainment ever. So why not support you for doing that? Because they want to see more arrests and more jail and all the rest of it. Hey, with that being said, thanks a lot, everyone, for checking us out here today. That's it for the show, and I'm going to be leaving. I know. I'm late. I got to go. What's going to happen? I don't know. We're going to see. When I come back on the air here after my meeting, we will keep the rest of the show going. I don't know who else is live. Post a link in there if somebody else is going live, and keep it going until we get back. See you guys later. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And if you can't stay out of trouble, hey, name it the doghouse. The doghouse. Aw. Bye-bye for now.